The South Korean Prime Minister has called on ministries to push forward with deregulation efforts, and he also unveiled some new government measures. Our Choi Si-young reports.
Prime Minister Lee Nak-yon, during his meeting with relevant ministries on Thursday, urged ministries to push forward with deregulation efforts.
If left alone, regulations will mount up and go out of date. Hence, deregulation efforts must go on.
He also called on his Policy Coordination Office to keep the meeting up to date with new deregulation measures conducive to new businesses. The PM went on to unveil the government measures aimed at removing barriers to market entry. Aspiring entrepreneurs will now face easier business licensing and registration procedures. For example, the government deleted the concern of excessive competition clause as one of the qualifications when licensing new airlines due to its ambiguity. More private enterprises will also enjoy opportunities to participate in the public sector. Previously, the government usually entrusted such public sector work to state enterprises. Some business constraints will also be removed. LPG sellers will now be able to supply larger tanks of gas. They were restricted to providing smaller volumes, but improvements in safety led the government to increase supply volumes. Businesses going through temporary financial challenges will now also be considered for public procurement projects. Previously, companies struggling financially could not secure government contracts even if they had excellent performance records or expertise. Referring to a series of deregulation bills the Parliament passed in September, the Prime Minister called on the National Assembly to continue its efforts. He asked the government to remain prepared to implement those changes once the bills get enacted. Choi Si-young, Arirang News.